Now, balancing motherhood and medicine. That is the focus of the latest medical drama to hit our screens, following the lives of 3 doctors.
Maternal, which starts on ITV next week, will take a look at the demands of being a new mom, combined with the pressure of working in a post-pandemic NHS.
What did you do? Just throw her in from the door?
Oh, she's fine. Let's use our brains.
Well, Lara Pulver, who we just saw in that clip then from Maternal, joins us now. Morning.
Oh, good morning to you both.
That little scene we saw then, that is something that I think lots of parents will really remember doing or doing every day. It's one of those like universal things that links lots of people, isn't it? And this new programme, I think, goes to places perhaps that lots of women particularly perhaps haven't chatted too much about before, about going back to work, having a career, balancing it all, and it not being easy.
Yeah, it's brilliantly honest, it's smart, it's witty, it's quietly political, and also it talks about our wonderful NHS and the situation that we currently find ourselves in, and you know, those undervalued heroes, really, that we were lucky enough to talk to and have a little snippet into their world.
Talk to, because you did a lot of preparation for this. You were talking to real people going through exactly these kind of scenarios.
Yeah, well, my character's journey is loosely based on surgeon Zoe Barber's medical experiences. So I had her on WhatsApp night and day going, so this, and she was just brilliant. She
said, I'm trying to work and deal with the kids.
Yeah, and patience. She was just hugely generous about her. I mean, it was so insightful and thrilling to try and honour, really, what they're doing. But at the same time, the writing's so brilliant in this show that say the lines, do the stuff, and hopefully it will do the work for us.
Well, we're going to play a clip now, and we'll talk about it in just a moment. So let's just hear some of those lines.
OK.
Louise is on your team.
For a full rotation, yeah.
And you know, but she doesn't know that you know. That's crazy.
That's one word for it. Oh, speaking of regrettable sexual encounters, here's your ex.
Morning, ladies.
Not queuing.
Morning, Jack.
Double espresso, please, Mexican. Looking radiant, Dr. Cavendish.
Oh, I'm surprised they let you operate without visual impairment, Mr. Oliveira. He always smells so lovely, doesn't he, Catherine? What is that?
I had a bowel perforation at 8 this morning. Have you had the rumour that Becky's leaving?
Consultant Becky. When?
Pretty exciting opportunity for us if she goes.
And you're giving me the heads up because...
I missed you. Thanks.
Go on, explain all of that to us, Lara. More going on there than we know.
Well, yes. Firstly, I play the role of Catherine McDermott, who is a surgeon in a very male-orientated world. So she is enormously talented, but has to work 150% harder than anyone else. So to try and get a consultancy job like she's vying for is huge for her, especially as a single mum, because that opens up an opportunity to have a vague schedule and also a pay rise, which was hugely helpful with paying for childcare. So my character is trying to kind of juggle that angle of stuff. She also has had a previous relationship with Jack Oliveira, played by Raza Jaffrey, who is my real-life husband.
Say that again. So
the doctor we just saw there, who was telling her about the vacancy, is her ex in the show, but your actual husband in real life.
Love this.
Yes. There's absolutely no chemistry between them. Yeah, it was wonderful when they suggested the idea of Raza and I working together. We've never had that opportunity before on screen, and it's just wonderful for us because we also have a very young family. So logistically, for me to come over and shoot this in Liverpool, Raza was always going to come too, because we like to stay together as a family unit. We have 2 very young kids, so when they offered him to join the show as well, it's brilliant. How often does that ever happen? And it's also fun to not only, I love and adore him regardless of what he does, but he's brilliant at what he does. So then I get to play opposite as well, and yeah, gift.
And there's quite a lot of tension between you as well, isn't there?
Yeah, we're competitors within our field, and both really good at our professionally at our jobs, and it's just it's just like playing tennis with someone, but it happens to be the person you go home with at the end of the night, which is, yeah.
But you also had close friends as well involved in the cast too, right?
Yeah, so Parminder Nagra, who plays Mariam in the show, has been a dear friend of Raza's for years. They did a play together a long, long time ago. So I met her through Raza 12 years ago, and she kindly read for my audition for me, because we were doing it on Zoom during the pandemic. She was off camera. I can't even remember if they knew it was Mind. I think I definitely introduced her, but she wasn't on camera. And there's a chemistry between us because we've got a 12-year friendship. I guess these three women have all been through medical school together, so have a wonderful friendship, have a banter, can be there for each other to console each other, but also can tell each other the truth. Well, that's Mind and I in real life. So it was like a ready-made thing that we brought to the show. So it was amazing that it all came together, really.
And also, the women themselves are all really different, aren't they?
Yeah, because they've all gone through very different life experiences, just like any friend group. But they all understand each other's experiences, have huge empathy. And I think when you work in medicine, you know what's been asked of you, you know the hours you've put in, and you know what it is then to juggle the complexities of life around life and death situations.
So many TV dramas over the years have been based in health settings, haven't they? You know, hospitals, GPs, practices. What is it about doctors that you think makes it such great TV drama?
Well, ITV haven't had a medical drama on for 10 years,
really?
So this is a big deal for them. But I think Jackie Honus-Martin wrote the script based on her own experience of being a new mum going back to work. And I think taking it to a medical setting just ups the stakes enormously, because then you're suddenly dealing with, like I say, life or death situations. It just adds the drama to the drama, I guess. But I think what we've been able to do in this is really honour the truth of what these three women do within the world of medicine.
Lara, it's a great watch. I can't wait to watch the whole thing.
Aww.
So much for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
Talking
Thank you for
to us
having
about
us.
it this morning. I'm sure there'll be lots of people watching at home who will see like elements of that going back to work after
it's
a big
super accessible.
life-changing
Yeah, it's really
experience.
universal in that way.
And so timely, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, sadly. Yeah.
Yes.